We're marching for development, development, development.
Carl Livingston is marching through Seattle's central area, marching for development and more.
We're marching for employment. We need employment. We need employment now.
Development is a community growing, a community building economically, socially, and in every way they need to develop and build.
If you want to unite to help yourself, come join us. Yeah.
It's calling for more money in the community. It's calling for more families sticking together. It's calling for total development.
What do we want? Development. When do we want it? Now.
I mean, a police shooting, something else going on, you see the community rise up to do something for itself. But then to be so poor at the proactive. And the community needs a development plan so that African Americans can develop themselves as other groups have. In the preamble to the U.S. Constitution,
Livingston is a Notre Dame trained attorney who now teaches political science at Seattle Central Community College.
Jobs, wealth, and health. Now! Jobs, wealth, and health. Now!
His recent book, Shoestrings and Bootstraps, is a detailed plan for how African Americans can solve decades-old problems.
We're calling all the community together.
It's about picking yourself up, or that community picking itself up by its own bootstraps.
To spread the message, Livingston marches the first Saturday of every month to reach people the old-fashioned way, one by one, with leaflets and a bullhorn.
We want to see the community move on a plan. Yeah. We need a plan of action, and then we need action on a plan.
You got activists out here on the streets, out here in the rain, trying to promote something, and it's for the better good of the community, so I like that.
We can't wait on anybody else to lift us up.
African Americans need to hear these ideas because it is as if their institutional tapes were erased. Slavery, segregation especially, caused the elders in the community that would have given them this information to be disconnected from the community. So they didn't teach them. The new generation, they just don't know.
That family over there, they ain't messing around. They want to see something good happen.
Jewish Americans, Vietnamese, and Ethiopian Americans have been able to instill their values in the next generation. They've been able to help their kids learn well, and they've been launching businesses that have promoted their communities. We can learn from their example.
We're marching for development.
What this comes down to is an ownership, values message, a message that starts with the individual, that then goes to the family and extends to the community.
Malcolm X said over 40 years ago that the only way that the black man in America is going to gain any respect is by economic power, by money, by pulling ourselves up by the bootstraps. So that's what we're doing.
We want to see families promoted, enhanced in this community.
For some, Livingston's emphasis on the power of families is what resonates most, particularly now that husband and father Barack Obama is president.
And that's what we need to take on, that role model, that leadership of being responsible for our families and being committed to our families. And that grows within a community, and it builds a solid foundation. And that's the message.
I'm saying we can get something started that over time will have this community, this African American community, begin to look like some of the other communities rising up in our fair city.
And until they do, Carl Livingston will keep marching.
We want development. We want jobs. We want wealth.
Every community is going to have to do what it needs to do for itself. They'll get some help from DC, but mostly you're on your own to do it. And we can do it. We can do it.
Bootstraps. Bootstraps. We want to see a movement start to help the black community help itself.